Hello, my viewers. Welcome back to another episode of Arts on Live. My video title, what this video is about: how great can the Steelers receiving core be in 2022? And I got the same shirt on because this is the same day. I'm recording the same video, two videos in the same day. But I think the receiving core can be very good and very special. I feel like it can be. I was gonna say top 10 at first, but I'm gonna say top 12 because the receiving core is kind of shaping up and reminding me of that receiving core we used to have when we had Antonio Brown, we had Manuel Sanders, Jericho Cotchery. We had all these different type of guys like that. Receiving core kind of feeling like that a little bit. I feel like we can have and I feel like we can have I feel like it's like a special connection because like this is like receiving core that's like deep and very talented guys. Like you take it from like each player, each different player, the way they play styles is like it's all versatile, it's all different play styles. Some of them are similar, but some of them different like play styles. Like Deontay Johnson is a guy who's gonna beat you with the route running. He's gonna be quick. He's gonna be shifty. He'll be a guy you rely on because he's gonna run that route crisp and nice, and you're gonna find him on the third downs. His catching has improved over the past 2 years, and every year he's improved. Remember his rookie year, he was all pro as a punt returner, and then he was on I think he had like 400. I think he had 500 yards receiving. The Cardinals game probably his best game, and then the following year he went in put up like 900 some yards. Had the drop problems, but then he made up for it the following year after that and made the Pro Bowl. Where he put up like was it 1,300 yards, 1,200, 1,300 yards, something like that, 100 catches, and he went out there and he balled out. So he improved. Every year he showed like he consistently improved every season, and like it shows in his stats, it shows in his numbers, and it shows in his play style too. And another guy you got like is Claypool. Chase Claypool was a guy who rookie season 11 touchdowns. He had 800 something yards. Yeah, 860-ish like yards, but he had like 11 touchdowns. I think 11 or 12 touchdowns that year, total touchdowns. I think his best game that year, best game was that Eagles game for sure. He went crazy. He hit them. I think 4 touchdowns. He was just running all over the place. And then this past year, he still put up some solid numbers. He had 800 like some receiving yards, but he didn't have that same impact like scoring wise. He only scored I think 2 touchdowns. One against the Broncos we caught in the middle. That might have been his best game of the season against the Broncos, and then that was like week 5 or 6, and then he had one against the Ravens the last game of the season when he caught the little slant thing, the little delayed slant. It was kind of weird little route they ran, a weird little play, but he caught it and scored a touchdown. But he didn't really have that same impact scoring wise. But I feel like with basically his physical intangibles, he can really be like a special receiver if he be more physical. Cause like Claypool has the speed. He like 6'4", 6'5". He like 200, I think 35 pounds, and like to me he don't play as physical as like I want him to play. I want him to be like physical like a Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald used to be physical. Anquan Bolden used to be physical. Andre Johnson, those guys be physical. They're not scared of that. When you get man coverage, they bully the cornerback, get over him, and they like use their hands. Not scared to get bumpy and like going up and get the ball and snagging and just like stiff. They're basically being like there's a showing physicality on the route running and everything to get open. I want to see more of that from Claypool this season. I think we will see more of that too. And then we got a guy like George Pickens who plays physical. I have a lot of hope for George Pickens. I think he got a lot of potential to be our best receiver. I just got a feeling like you get because like the way his play style is, he play physical, he imposes his will, and he like one of those guys who's gonna like most of the people have that dog mentality. He has that dog mentality in him because he's gonna play tough, he's gonna play hard and gritty, and he's gonna grind out. And he's gonna fight for the extra yards. He's gonna do everything you want. I think he can be one of our best receivers, if not the best receiver. He can be the best receiver or one of the best receivers like that, but on our team. And then a guy like Calvin Austin, we would say like smaller in stature and stuff like that. Cause I think he's 5'7". He's 5'7" or 5'8", and 100 and like I think he says 160 or something like that. But he plays tough. He plays real tough. If you watch any of his college stuff at Memphis, he plays very very tough. He plays hard and plays gritty, plays tough. He can beat man-to-man coverage, and he'll make you pay. If you man up on him, he'll make you pay. We've seen it multiple times. If you watch some of his college highlights, and then press coverage, he'll make you pay like that. So he just find a way to get open. And deep threat ability, he had that first class speed. I think he ran a 4.3 something. So he gonna have that first class speed, and we just got to get the ball to him really. And they're gonna open up a lot. When you have a guy like that who people got to respect, especially when he's making plays. He start making like you can have a guy who has speed, but if he's not making plays, teams don't respect him. But if you start making plays in that backfield and the deep end, and teams start respecting him, it's gonna open up so much field for guys like Deontay, Claypool, Pat Fryermuth, the tight ends and stuff like that. It's gonna open up so much, and like that's why deep threats can be a big part of the team like that. They getting double team, double coverage, and they getting all the looks like that. You look on the other side and you see all these guys getting one-on-one matchups. And you're like, oh, I can go through them. I know they can win that matchup. And then you got guys like Anthony Miller who played with the Bears. He was great in the slot. make plays here and there. That's a solid player. He'd be a nice rotational depth like player, and maybe may get a bigger increased role. I think last year he only caught one ball. They only used him I think once really. Last year he caught like some ball on his shoulder pad or something like that. And then you got Miles Boykin, who's a big receiver. He like I think he said 6'5", 6'5", 6'6" ish, something like that. 6'5", like around that. 230 pounds, 230, 40 pounds like ish around that. I feel like he can have potential too. The Ravens didn't use him as much as I guess they wanted to, or they couldn't use him as much as they wanted to. But one thing I know about the Steelers is that we can bring out the best in receivers. The Steelers have been very good in receivers, especially over the course of like from 2010 and up. Actually before that too, but like from like just like even in the course of like a short span, they've been very good receivers. Like Deontay and Claypool, good receivers like that. We might feel like there might be a lot of like criticism on them like that, but if you actually look at their sample of work, they actually are good receivers because you look at their numbers. Because we just hold them to a high standard because we know they can do too sometimes. But sometimes fans can be a little too much, a little too harsh and getting too personal. But like you just keep it football related. I always hold them to a high standard because I know Deontay Johnson. And he make the Pro Bowl this year. I think he can be even better. I think if he stays on this path, he can probably put up 1,500 yards. And then Claypool, I know he can be real dominant, real good. I always got the sense of like a Larry Fitzgerald feel when I saw him, or Anquan Bolden like feel when I saw him, like a guy who just plays physical, but he's faster than those guys. So he may be on that, like he can be on that level, but like add a little different flavor to that style. I always look at him like that. If he like went out there and played that potential, and he probably will get to that potential. So hopefully he does this season. And we get the receiving core going, because receiving core, like when they all firing, most time people say when you have like two quarterbacks, you'll have none. But in receiving wise, if you got a lot of receivers like that, that's the more the better. Like that, the more the better, because like gonna open up so many mismatches for the other team's defense. Because like you gonna man up on this guy, and you gonna double team that guy. He gonna win that battle. You gonna double team this guy. You got two, so you wanna go out there. So if Deontay Johnson, Claypool, and George Pickens all be shining at the same time and going crazy, it can be a very good year for the Steelers offense. Hopefully that happens. But if you guys want to leave anything in the comment section about who you think the best receiver will be in the receiving core at the 2022, or who you like in receiving core, or who you don't like, or something like that, just leave in the comment section. But I'll see you guys when I see you. Peace.